Welcome to this edition of The Forum. I'm your host, Shelia Evans. Here on The Forum, we highlight interesting and important achievements, programs, and events within our school system and community. Today's show is no exception. Things get underway with Annie Anthony. She is the director of the Cape Fear Volunteer Center. She will talk to us today about their upcoming events and volunteer opportunities. Then we welcome Emily Collin with Dreams of Wilmington and Dick Jones with the Wilmington Family YMCA. They are here to talk about a new partnership between the two organizations and how the community can benefit. And finally, Jennifer Loper joins us. She is the volunteer coordinator with the Habitat for Humanity and will share all the details of their upcoming turkey trot. It's another great edition of The Forum, so stick around. We'll get right back with our guests after this short break.
Hey, you told me to call? So can I stay for another hour or so? 11. Okay, Mom.
Let your kids be who they are, but know what they're doing.
H.G. Wells is one of the most influential writers of the early 20th century. Known as one of the creators of science fiction, Wells is also considered the master of the comic novel. By the time he was 30 years of age, he had already begun his famous series of scientific romances, notably The Invisible Man and The Time Machine. This background in literature has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools.
I am joined by Annie Anthony. She's the director of the Cape Fear Volunteer Center, and she's going to update us on what's going on. What's happening now?
Well, right now, we're currently taking applications for the Volunteer of the Year Award for New Hanover County, which then feeds up to the Governor's Awards. And we would really like to get some teenagers, some youth nominated. Of course, we want our PTA people and some of our teachers. We have professional categories of volunteer coordinator. You can be a senior citizen, you can be a group, you can be an individual. We want to help you be honored by our state. So we just need them to fill out the application and get it to us.
Very good.
Yeah, that's one of the big things happening. And of course, Big Buddy. We're always looking, right now we're looking for little buddies, especially little girls. If they have a child who, you know, mom is working 2-3 jobs and there might not be another parent in the home to help them or being raised by grandma, you know, these are the kids we want to help. And they just need to fill out an application. Everything's free and we'll get them placed.
All right. What about elections? I'm sure you've got something going on for that.
Well, we do. Kids voting is going to happen on November 4th. This year, the only place the kids can vote is in the precincts with their parents at Halliburton or Northeast Library. The Board of Elections has given us permission to be at both of those sites. You just come in, the kids have a ballot that has the pictures of the candidates. It's very easy, very user-friendly. In fact, a lot of the parents like to take our ballots because then they can go, oh yeah, that's that advertisement I liked, yeah.
Very good. Tell us about Family Volunteering Day.
November 22nd, this is backed by Disney, and we'll be doing it in Wilmington, and we're going to have several projects around town. We're going to be at the Children's Museum, we're going to be at Community Boys and Girls Club, we're going to be doing some things for Wave Transit, and we want the families to come out and do it. That's what it's all about, is doing it together.
How's the tie-in with Disney?
Disney is all about families. So it's a perfect fit, and they believe in service. So it's a good fit for our company to be part of that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
MLK Day is in January, but you've got something going on now?
We do, and this is a main thing that we really want the parents and grandparents and kids who might be watching this while they're eating their cereal to get out your iPhone, your Samsung, whatever it is you use, and make a video about someone that you admire in honor of Martin Luther King. It doesn't have to say anything about Martin. It has to be about someone who you admire in your walk and who is encouraging you to be the best person that you can be. And it's only 3 minutes long. There will be a huge prize at elementary, middle, and high school. Each will be able to have their own video camera and purchased by a filmmaker, and they'll be judged, and then there'll be a screening of the top 30 at UNCW during Martin Luther King week.
So students, at the school,
Yeah.
pick somebody, they borrow the camera, they check it out, or the person comes?
They can borrow one from us if they don't have one,
Okay.
or they can use a phone of anybody in their family.
I didn't know if it had to be high quality or...
Very, very doable for anyone.
And then kids turn it into their teachers
They
or
turn
the
it into the
school?
Cape Fear Volunteer
Okay,
Center.
okay.
There'll be like a form they can fill out online, and then we get it to the judges, and then they'll find out if they win on Martin Luther King week.
Very good. That
Yeah.
sounds like fun. And the public viewings at UNCW, so like in Lumina Theater or something?
It is. It's going to be in Lumina Theater, and we'll have some food, and we'll honor the people who have submitted. We're also going to do an essay contest, but at this time we don't know what the prize is,
Okay.
and the prompt will be posted on the website as well. So if you aren't a filmmaker, budding filmmaker, you
Right.
could write an essay.
And your special person can be any color? They don't have to be African American?
Any sex, any
Gotcha.
color,
Okay.
any nationality. It might be someone you don't even know. It might be someone you just admire from afar.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. What do you guys have happening for the holidays?
Well, I have to say, I'm going to be running on empty by Christmas Day because we're doing
sure you will.
Santa's Village at Mayfair. And this year we're doing something new thanks to the Mayfair administration. They're allowing us to execute Santa's Village. And we're going to have a different day between Thanksgiving weekend and Christmas Eve that a nonprofit will benefit from kids being able to come to a drop-off where they'll make crafts, see Santa, and have a story. And they can sign up through our website as well. And there is a fee involved in this, but as always, if they want to just come see Santa, of course, Mayfair wants them to be able to see Santa. They're even going to have a day where you could bring your pet. But this is something where it's very altruistic, and the nonprofits in the community can benefit, and I'm excited to get to coordinate this.
And where does that physically happen?
Well, it's kind of
Like an
exciting.
empty store?
It's an
Go ahead.
old empty
Sorry.
restaurant. It's right by Macaroni Grill. It's that empty space that was like a sports bar.
Oh, okay,
It looks
okay,
like
yep.
a winter lodge, and that's going to be transformed into Santa's Village. They'll even be able to
fun.
buy Christmas trees and wreaths, and on the outside, and then on the inside will be all the festivities with the kids.
Now, who does all these crafts and stories and that kind of thing?
Volunteers,
Okay.
and that's what we need. We need more of our high school level, our beta clubs, honor societies, all of that, to come out and help man the tables. This is how the nonprofits will make a profit, is by having a quality experience for the kids. All the kids are going to be labeled. The parents will get a badge, the kids will get a badge, and you get 2 hours to do your shopping.
Okay.
There's even a separate location in the old Coldwater Creek where we're going to do gift wrapping.
Wow,
So,
okay.
you know, we're just going to take over Mayfair for the month.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you have a lot of stuff going on. If anybody wants to volunteer, how can they get up with you?
They can call the office at 392-8180 or go to the website is best, fill out a volunteer registration form for any age person that's, 5 to 95.
Okay.
And once that registration comes in showing us when you're available and what you'd like to do, we plug you in. And you'll know when we plug you in because those agencies are going to call you up.
Very good.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Annie, for sharing that information. And I'll be back in just a few minutes after these messages.
Who was president? The years 1989 to 1993. As a Navy pilot, he won the Distinguished Flying Cross. During his administration, the Cold War ended. He sent troops to invade Iraq. If you guessed George Bush, you're right. He was the 41st President of the United States. This presidential pop quiz has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools on the Learning Network, Time Warner Cable Channel 5.
Settle down. Class, settle down. John, will you please come to the board? What did he eat for breakfast? You gonna drink that orange juice?
A well-rounded school breakfast, including whole grains, dairy, protein, and juice or fruit, helps kids perform better in the classroom. Breakfast, the best start to their day.
You know, little trash becomes big trash. So please, don't litter.
Do your part to keep America beautiful.
I have two guests with me today. I have Emily Collin, Associate Director of Dreams, and to my far left, Dick Jones. He's Executive Director at the YMCA. Emily, let's start with you. We're going to talk about a new partnership, but tell us a little bit about Dreams for those that aren't familiar.
Absolutely. Well, for those of you who are not familiar with Dreams, we've been in the community for, I can hardly believe it, 18 years now.
Oh, wow.
Founded in 1996, so I hope I did my math right. And we are a program that is dedicated to positive youth development through the arts. So we believe that the arts are a right for every child, but we also believe that the arts have the ability to truly and really save lives. And what we mean by that is through the arts, because the majority of the children we serve at our center are youth in need, we're able to build self-confidence, self-esteem, leadership, discipline, helping children stay in school, stay out of trouble, graduate from high school, and go on to college. So at our center, which is at 901 Fanning Street on the north side, we serve youth ages 8 through high school graduation. And then we also have outreach sites in multiple locations in 3 counties. And we partner with organizations to make those programs happen, including the Wilmington Family YMCA.
Very good. Tell us about the Y Arts program.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're so excited about this. As I mentioned, we've partnered with the Y before, so that's not a new thing for us. But the way we've partnered with them in the past is by sending our teaching artists, all of whom are professional working out artists, out to outreach sites that the Y is facilitating in order to have programming for youth. The Y Arts at Dreams program is something very new and different. So it's been a national trend for Ys throughout the country to incorporate more arts and humanities programs into what they do, broadening their scope. And as we sat down and we talked with Dick, that was something he was very interested in doing. And you know, we have this goal of being a true community arts center, moving beyond serving just youth to serving preschoolers and adults as well, and senior citizens too. We've got this beautiful center on the north side. It's gorgeous. We renovated it in 2012. It is a 1939 era city-owned building, stone edifice, just beautiful, and it has a huge dance and theater space. It's got a gorgeous music studio. It's got 2 multimedia art studios, pottery studio, all this stuff. Well, we use it in the afternoon for the kids. During the day, this gorgeous space sits empty, and we just felt terrible about that. We thought, how can we really capitalize upon this? And so in conversations with Dick at the Y, we thought, okay, you know what? Bring together the Y with their incredible membership base, their ability for registration, and their desire to expand into this arts and humanities piece. Bring together us with our gorgeous facility and our wonderful teaching artists, and have programming at the center during the time that it's not otherwise being used for preschoolers and adults, which is a population that we're not currently serving. So pottery classes, expressive painting classes, technique painting classes during the day and evening, as well as a creative movement class for preschoolers, and a Saturday workshop series that combines yoga and expressive pottery or painting as well.
Interesting. Dick, let's jump over to you. What does this partnership mean to the Y?
Well, Sheila, thank you for the opportunity to talk about this partnership. I think this is going to be really good for not only the community, but also the Y. So often nonprofits don't work well together in the sandbox, so to speak, but this is an opportunity for the Y to expand its programming, similar to other Ys across the country. And it also gives us the ability to leverage some of the important resources that are available through Dreams. So now adults primarily who would love to participate in Dreams, if you've ever been to their facility, you know what a wonderful resource that is for the community. Through partnership with the Y, we'll be able to leverage those resources beyond the 4 walls there and the young people that go there each and every day.
Now, do many Ys across the country get into the arts component?
There are a lot of Ys that dabble in it, I should say. Oftentimes they will do maybe a painting class for young people in their after-school program, or maybe on the weekends for some of the adults. Rather than do it ourselves, we thought, why not tap into the wonderful resource that Dreams is? As you heard earlier, 18 years in this community serving youth people.
Very good. Let's jump back to you, Emily. Who will be facilitating the classes?
So the very exciting thing about this is I think sometimes people think of Dreams, they know we primarily serve youth in need,
Right.
and they think maybe our teaching artists are volunteers. And we do have wonderful volunteers at Dreams, but our teaching artists are some of the finest working artists that our community has to offer. And so often we get folks, like Dick said, who come to Dreams, see the kids in action and say, oh man, I wish I could take classes here. And now you can. And so it is our very own teaching artists who are facilitating these classes. Renato Abate will be doing the pottery classes. Meg McGrew, the expressive arts classes. Lorraine Scalamoni, she'll be doing the technique-oriented classes. And then Annie Fermender, the creative movement for preschoolers. And the Saturday classes will be the same expressive and pottery teachers with yoga teachers from the Y. And so these classes function as 8-week workshop series, 2 hours at a shot. And as I said earlier, there's some that are during the day, sort of an 11:30 time, others that are in the evening. And so it's a fabulous way to have the Dreams experience as an adult as well.
Now tell me about the registration funds. Who do they benefit?
Absolutely. Well, this is one of the most exciting things about it. Dick, I don't know if you want to say something about it?
Well, I think it's a great way for the community to support Dreams. They have tremendous community support already, but all of the proceeds from this program will go right into Dreams and help support the young people they serve each and every day.
Very good, very good.
And that's something that we are so grateful for and so excited about also. Because the Y was able to purchase some additional pottery wheels for this program, we're very, very fortunate that we're able to use those pottery wheels in our classes for the students. And so I think in addition to having a fantastic artistic experience, the folks who choose to participate in this program are not just registering for a class, they're investing in the future of the children in this community.
Okay. And when do classes start?
They start this week. So if you want to sign up, now's the time. We've got classes on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And if you miss the first week, not to worry.
Okay.
It's something that is very flexible that we can work out in that way. This is a pilot program for us, something brand new, and so it's something that we in the community can shape together until we get it to be the exact right fit. But I think it is just such a wonderful and exciting opportunity. And if folks want to register,
they register. My last question.
I was going to say, I know we're running out of time. If folks want to register, they can call the Y directly at 251-9622, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Good job.
And then they can also go on the Dreams website for more information about the program. We've got a link to the brochure, or they can stop in at the Y, and they have brochures right there at the front desk too. But registration is
we look forward to seeing you there, Sheila.
Very good. Yes. There you go. Well, thanks for bringing this great information about this new partnership.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be back in just a few moments, right after these messages.
Miles, where's your mouth guard?
Whoa! Uh-oh. What should I do?
If the tooth is dirty, gently rinse it under running water. Don't scrub it. Have a grown-up carefully place the tooth back into the socket. Or place the tooth in a cup of water or milk. Take the tooth and go to the dentist within 30 minutes if you can. If you do this, there's a good chance the dentist can save your tooth.
Wear a mouth guard.
Cable TV offers you more of everything. More choice of what you and your family want to watch, and more control over what you don't. With cable, you have so many programming choices that come into your home, and more ways to limit which ones your kids have access to. And because it's cable, we're giving you more. More information on how you can best manage all of cable's choices for your family. Call your local cable company or go to controlyourtv.org for more on how to view the right thing.
I am joined by Jessica Loper. She's the volunteer coordinator for the Cape Fear Habitat for Humanity.
That's right.
And we're here today to talk about, the sign says, the Turkey Trot.
Turkey Trot, yeah, absolutely.
Tell us about it.
The Turkey Trot is in its 10th year this year, which is amazing. It's down at the Wrightsville Beach Loop on Thanksgiving morning. It's a 5K and 1 mile race or walk, whichever you prefer. So you can sign up to run the 5K, walk the 5K, just walk the 1 mile if that's your preference with your family. It's a great, fun event. First thing Thanksgiving morning, early in the morning down at the beach. But it's a beautiful way to start your Thanksgiving and kind of burn off those Thanksgiving calories that you're sure to intake later on.
Very good. Do you get a lot of families?
We do, yeah. We have families that bring their dogs out there to walk. We have families that are competitive that come out to run the race and try to get the best time of the family. So we have a lot of just individual folks, people from out of town, people that are local that have family coming into town that they want to do something together on Thanksgiving morning.
That would be fun. Have your folks come in town.
Absolutely.
Let's all go do it. And it can be competitive.
Yeah, and a lot of people make it a tradition. So it's something that they do every year. We're excited. It's the 10th year. We're adding a few new things. So when you come, you can sign up as an actual team if you want to. And we have awards for the best costume for the team, the largest team, and then the fastest team. So we're just adding a few new things this year. We have great Without Limits race t-shirts specifically designed for runners. So they're great t-shirts that everybody will get if you register before November 7th. The pricing for to run the 5K is $35 through November 24th. After that, it raises $10 to $45. So the price is very competitive with other 5Ks in the area.
How many racers do you think you had last year?
We had about 1,000 people that came out that morning. Yep. So that's a combination of people doing the 5K and then the 1 mile walk. And the 1 mile walk is $15 always. So that price doesn't change.
Do more people do the race or the walk?
More people do the race. Yep. And anybody that wants to be timed, you pay that $35 and you get timed. And Go Time is our race timer this year. They're a local company. We're happy to work with them and should be a really, really fun event. And all the proceeds benefit Cape Fear Habitat for Humanity.
What does happen with some of those proceeds? Do you have any idea what they might have been used on in the past?
Yeah, all of the proceeds from the event actually help us build more homes in the community. So we build between 12 and 15 homes every year, which is a great thing. We couldn't do it without all of our volunteers and events like this that raise money to help us buy materials and build the homes.
Very good. Yeah. Do you need volunteers for the race?
We always need volunteers, absolutely. Yeah, we have volunteers that help us with registration and setting up at the loop that morning and cleanup and helping to guide runners along the race path as course monitors and water stops and that kind of stuff. So absolutely, we can always use volunteers. All of the information about volunteering and the turkey trot are on our website, capefearhabitat.org. So go on there, you can register from there, you can find out more about the turkey trot and about Cape Fear Habitat if you're interested in just getting involved on a regular basis with us.
So high school students that are trying to get their hours for community service, this would be a great way.
Absolutely.
And they could run as well.
Exactly, yeah. Any of the cross-country teams, anything like that, any groups that want to come out and run, that's wonderful. And yes, absolutely, for volunteer hours, we love to have high school students with that energy first thing in the morning to come out and help us.
Now remind us the early registration deadline.
It is November 24th, yep, for $35 registration. And then after that, it does raise to $45. And then children 5 and under are always free, and the walk is $15.
Okay. Yeah. What else keeps you busy in your role as volunteer coordinator?
We have things going on all the time with Cape Fear Habitat. We have a build all the time happening. So every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday we use volunteers. So anytime people want to come out and hammer a nail or do some construction at one of our homes, we always have an opportunity for that. We also have 2 restores. One is in Ogden and one is downtown. We get a lot of items donated from the public and then we sell them, and that money, the proceeds from both of the restores actually go to help us build more homes in the community as well. So that's another opportunity to donate items but also to volunteer, because we use volunteers in our restores to help make them run Monday through Saturday.
And there's a few restrictions to volunteering, aren't there? Like steel toe shoes, or can you fill us in on a little bit of that?
Absolutely, yep. at our construction site and at our resort, we require closed-toed shoes.
Okay.
Steel-toed shoes are not required, although if you have some, that's always great, especially at the construction site. It just adds another safer element to your work. But all of our construction work is led by our site supervisors. It's guided throughout the day. You get training and on-site training for the specific tasks going on. So we have great staff that work with you throughout the day. We provide all the tools you need. So it's a fun way to get involved. Youth must be 14 years old to come out, and then 16 years old to get into the more active construction site. But we love high school groups to come out and volunteer with us. Really any groups, any individuals, we welcome.
Very good. Well, Jennifer, thanks for coming by and sharing the Turkey Trot poster with us.
Absolutely.
And good luck for a great race and great weather.
Thank you.
I'll be back in a few minutes, right after these messages.
Mom, Dad, I need to talk to you. I'm scared.
I don't think I can go back to school tomorrow. There's a guy and some of his friends who are after me.
They hate my clothes, the way I talk, everything about me.
I know.
You're stupid and ugly.
Did you hear me? I'm scared.
Listen to what they have to say. Take a stand. Lend a hand. Stop bullying now.
What state am I? I have 3 distinct landscapes. I'm the home of Kitty Hawk, where the Wright brothers launched the age of aviation. My nickname is the Tar Heel State, or the Old North State. Do you know who I am? If you guessed North Carolina, you're right. I received statehood in 1789.
This United States factoid has been brought to you by New Hanover County Schools on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
We hope you've enjoyed our program today. If you would like to volunteer with the Cape Fear Volunteer Center or learn more about their programs and events, you can call 392-8180 or visit their website at capefearvolunteercenter.org. For more information on the classes offered between Dreams of Wilmington and the Wilmington Family YMCA, you can call 772-1501 or 251-9622. You can also visit their websites at www.dreamswilmington.org and www.wilmingtonfamilymca.org. And the Habitat for Humanity Turkey Trot will be held on November 27, Thanksgiving morning, at the Wrightsville Beach Loop. For more information, call 762-4744, extension 102, or visit www.capefearhabitat.org. Now, if you ever have any questions about the topics discussed here on our show today, please call the school system's public relations office at 254-4180. I'm Sheila Evans, and thanks for joining me today.